running at the right.
You're alive.
Oh. Hi, everyone. It's Liz here live with Yogaground, and welcome. Welcome to the end of your week. It's 4 o'clock in Amsterdam, and we're going to relax today. So what we're going to need for our Yoga Nidra practice, it's ultimately just a deep, rested, guided shavasana. So you're going to be lying down, possibly on your back if you're comfortable. You can also lie down on your side and stuff. So grab a blanket, grab pillows, grab anything you need to make yourself super, super comfortable. And while you're gathering up your stuff, I'm just going to explain that our session today is going to be about 40 minutes or so. And the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes will be a little bit of movement. The way the nervous system works is that we need a little bit of movement so that we can drop into that stillness. And that's a lot of what yoga is, moving towards stillness. So that's what this practice, I hope, will encompass for you, that you can embody this kind of feeling of deep stillness. And so Ferdinand, how are we doing?
They are fine, I think.
Everybody's good?
Yes.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining. Ferdinand and I were chatting right up to the moment where he suddenly said, we're live, so. So now we're all going to get grounded. We're going to come up to standing. And I'd like you just to look down at your own feet. Now you might be wearing socks, it's no problem, because in a minute we're going to want to be warm and comfortable in our shavasana. But for right now, whether you're barefoot or wearing socks, just get a feeling of being here in your toes, in the balls of the feet, in the heels, and just have a little walk through the feet so that you can feel the tissues of the feet stretching, the muscles of the feet working. And then find a very comfortable standing position with soft knees and an untucked tailbone. So often in an exercise class, you're given the instruction to curl your tailbone under to firm your abdominals. I'm going to say the opposite. Let's release the tailbone and let the belly be really soft. So we find this nice standing position, soft knees, heavy hips, one hand on the lower belly and one hand on the chest. And I'm going to ask you to please just soften. Let your face soften and the mouth relax, the tongue soften. Let your fingers release, elbows and shoulder blades hang. Then release any tension in the lower belly. Even give your lower belly a little wiggle here with that hand over the lower belly. Notice where the weight is in your feet. Can you really feel your feet here supported by the earth underneath you? And then please begin to breathe between the two hands. So your in-breath works down to the lowest core of the hips and up to the heart space. The breath finding space in the whole body. Let's take one more full round of breath here, a full inhale. And then on the exhale, release the fingertips, release the hands. Let's come up onto the balls of the feet and then just drop some weight down through the heels. We lift up, we drop. And you probably see where I'm going here. We're going to get into some shaking. So this is all really individual. So you don't have to shake the way I shake. So you can shake any way you want, and you're just going to let the arms go, and the legs go, and the head go. So there are no rules here. Any noises you want to make, you don't have to stay in one spot. I'm just going to stamp it out here, and we are shaking. You might shake the feet and the knees. You might shake in the hips. You might jump. Just shake it out. Anything that is stressing you out, Any emotions that you feel right now, if they don't serve you, you just let them go and you shake it out. Get the head involved, the shoulders, elbows, fingertips, anything that you need to shake, just shake it out. Last few seconds of this, last few breaths. If you need longer, this is your practice. You take it however you want. Just shake it out. And then come back to your standing position, one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. Just see how you feel. And then let's come into a little twist. So much like our shaking, you don't need to do this exactly the same way I do this, but I'd like you to think of your arms being a little bit like spaghetti, so that they catch air every time you lift and come around. Feel that air underneath your armpits, move through the feet. Can you feel your feet and your feet's relationship to the floor? Move the neck. Anything that feels tight, can you loosen it? Can you let the body flow? So we're just getting our circulation going, getting the heart beating a little bit. Finding that movement so we can drop later into stillness. Opening us up through the physical body and the energy body. And then start to slow down, slow it down. And then come back to your standing position, one hand on the lower belly, one hand on the chest. How do you feel? Do you need to bounce or shake anything else out? Or is that feeling of stillness just starting to arise within you? It's different every day, so be compassionate with yourself. Let's now interlace the hands behind the back. We're going to inhale, lift up and open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades down the back, pull the palms together. And then on an exhale, tuck in the chin, bend the knees. See if you can bring the belly onto the thighs, or into a comfortable forward fold. The hands stay interlaced. Let the arms drop up and overhead. Let the neck really release here, the weight of the head just grounding you down here. Can you feel your breath in the lower back? Let's rebend the knees, belly on thighs. Inhale, come all the way up. One more time, open up through the chest. Reach the shoulder blades down the back. And then exhale, bend the knees. Tuck in the chin, roll it down if it feels good. Belly on thighs. And then the arms release up overhead. Bend the knees again. Inhale, come all the way up. Release the arms and give yourself just a few old-fashioned shoulder rolls. Move your neck any way that feels good. And then let's prepare for our Shavasana. So what I'll suggest for your Shavasana is that you come down onto something that's soft. So maybe you have some blankets. You might be on your bed or your couch. Place a pillow behind the head. If your lower back upsets you when you lie down on your back, you might prefer to be seated in more of a constructive rest with the knees bent, feet on the floor. You could also support underneath the knees with a pillow. And I'm also going to recommend, as you sort of get into your position of comfort, I'm about to take off my head mic and place it closer to my singing bowls. So it's possible, you can maybe give us some feedback, you might need to turn up your speakers. So guys, if we do it this way, can everybody hear me? I can use my big outdoor voice if you prefer. But if you want to give a thumbs up, if everybody's okay. They're in deep relaxation already. Wonderful.
Yes, they can hear you.
Perfect. Thanks, guys.
Perfect.
And so we're ready to relax. Every time we take this practice of Yoga Nidra, it's a little different. There's no right way or wrong way to do this. I'm just going to ask you to please stay curious and open to your own experience, trusting your own experience. Trust your own body in this practice so that you can slowly release whatever you can or whatever you need to release. And whatever you can't let go, you can just hold and be with it. So just know that everything is okay and that you're in the perfect place. You're in your perfect body. And this is the perfect time to practice Yoga Nidra. And so firstly, we just settle in, we get comfortable. And so allow your bones to settle into the floor. Think of how heavy, how dense, how thick your bones are, how strong your bones are, and let them sink heavy into the floor underneath you. And then notice how you've chosen to lie, and are you perfectly comfortable? How is your neck? How are your shoulders? How are your hips and your legs? And if there's anything that you want to do to adjust your physical body, then make those adjustments now. So that you really tuck yourself back in. You tuck yourself in so that you can rest. And then welcome to this practice of Yoga Nidra. Welcome home to your body. I'd like you to please bring your awareness to the soft, soft breath. And where do you feel the breath the most in your body? And can you allow your body just to breathe itself? So that when you inhale, the belly gently rises. And when you exhale, the belly gently drops. Every time you breathe in, the belly gently rises. And every time you breathe out, the belly drops. And then please bring awareness to the very tip of your nose, to the feeling of the breath coming in and out through your nostrils. How the in-breath feels cool on the tip of your nose. And the way the out-breath feels cool, or feels warm on the tip of your nose. And please welcome that breath. Welcome that beautiful breath of life into your whole body, just through the tip of your nose. And then please bring your awareness to your ears. And can you open your ears and be curious about the sounds around you? And allow yourself to become an open vessel for sound to come in, an open vessel around which sound is moving, so that we have movement and stillness at the same time, that the sounds move around your body. They come in through those open ears and find that stillness deep within you. And so open your ears to all of the sounds around you. every sound you hear during this yoga nidra is welcome. Every sound, every breath is welcome in this yoga nidra. And then I invite you to please softly close the eyes. And with closed eyes, look at the light that's dancing on your closed eyelids right now. And what do you see behind your eyelids as they softly close, and welcome any of those colors or patterns, or possibly just the darkness. You could welcome the darkness in. And then please become aware of your mouth and the space inside your mouth and the tip of your tongue. And let the tip of your tongue drop away from the hard surfaces inside your mouth, so that the tongue rests wide and heavy on the floor of the mouth. And then there is space. There is space inside your mouth. Space between the top row of teeth and the bottom row of teeth. Space behind the very last molars in the back of your mouth. Space between the top of your tongue and the roof of your mouth. There is space inside your mouth. And then become aware of the parts of your body that are resting heavy on the solid earth right now. So you might feel how heavy the backs of your hips are. You might feel how heavy maybe parts of your legs are. What parts of your shoulders are on the floor right now? What part of the back of your head is contacting the earth? So what parts of your body are on the floor right now, and can you allow them to sink and drop a little deeper? And now maybe, just maybe, you can feel your body surrender its body weight down to the earth. And welcome in a feeling of rest, of being held by this earth, of deep belonging. Deep belonging. And then please bring your awareness to this little space between the eyebrows. The space between the eyebrows. And can you allow that space just to open up somehow? So that there is even more space between your two eyebrows. And then the spaces inside the ears, the right ear and the left ear, can you feel the spaces inside your ears open to sound? The space inside the mouth. Bring your whole awareness, your whole gentle mind to the space inside the mouth. And then can you feel the space inside your throat? Maybe as you breathe now, you feel the space inside your throat. Then let the mind rest, and rest in the space between the two collarbones. The sweet little valley or indent at the base of the neck where the two collarbones meet. And can you let your mind rest there in that space? Then please follow the right collarbone over to the right shoulder, the right elbow, the right wrist, the tip of the right thumb. Your whole mind rests in the tip of the right thumb. Right index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and baby finger. And then the very palm of the right hand. And then can you feel the space that you hold there in the palm of your right hand? So there is space, that little bit of air in the palm of your hand. Then bring your awareness to the whole right arm and the space between the right arm and the right side of the body as you lie on the floor. And then back up to the right shoulder, and then that little indent, that sweet valley between the two collarbones at the base of the neck. And over to the left shoulder, left elbow, left wrist. And then the tip of the left thumb, left index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and baby finger. And then the very center of the left palm. And now as the hand relaxes and you feel the fingers gently curl in, can you feel that you are holding a little piece of space? The space that you hold in the left hand. And then the whole left arm and the space between the left arm and the left side of the body. Back up to the left shoulder and then the space between the two collarbones. And down from the two collarbones to the sternum, the breastbone at the front of the chest, to the skin of the belly and then the navel center. Bring your mind to a place just below the navel center, into the lower belly, and then the pubic bone at the front of the hips. To the right hip, the right thigh, the right knee, calf, and ankle. The right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. The sole of the right foot. And then the space underneath the sole of the right foot. It could be a blanket or a sock or the air in the very room that you're in. What is just beyond the sole of the right foot, that space? And can you feel that space? And then the whole right leg and the space between the right leg and the left leg. The space between the right leg and the right arm. And then back up to the right hip. The pubic bone, the left hip, left thigh, left knee, left calf, left ankle. The left big toe. Left second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. The sole of the left foot. And then the space just past the left foot. What space is the left foot looking towards? Can you feel that space just past the left foot? And then the whole left leg, the space between the left leg and the right leg. The space between the left arm and the left leg. And then back to the left hip, the pubic bone, pelvic floor, and tailbone. Let's take a journey up the spine. from the tailbone to the sacrum, to the curve of the lower back and the space between the curve of your lower back and the floor, the middle back, upper back, and then that arch of the neck and the space underneath the neck. Bring your awareness to the back of your head as it rests, and then to the very crown of the head. And with your mind resting at the crown of the head, can the crown of the head open up to space? Can you feel the space 1 centimeter past the crown of the head? 2 centimeters past the crown of the head. 20 centimeters past the crown of the head. Can you feel that space up above you, behind you, over the crown of the head? Then can you feel the space around your whole body? So that the air of the room around you, the space around you, becomes a felt thing. This space around the body hugs you and holds you. The space above your body, the space to the right of your body, the space to the left of your body, the space underneath your body, held by space. And then your whole body. Feel your whole body and the space inside your whole body. Your whole body spacious and open. And then please become aware of your breath again. Please become aware of the movement of your breath. And every time you breathe out, can you feel yourself sink? Sink a little deeper into the solid earth underneath you. So every exhale becomes a great letting go, a surrendering downwards into the earth. And now I invite you to count every exhale from 9 down to 1. So you take a spacious inhale, and as you exhale and sink the body down into the solid earth, you count 9. And then 8. And 7. And then continue on your own to 1. Allow your body to sink heavy, deep in this state of Yoga Nidra, deep in rest. You can let go of any effort in the breath and just let the body breathe itself. So that here in this deepened awareness, this deepening awareness of Yoga Nidra, you become the observer of your own experience, the observer of the breath. And you just feel the natural rhythm of your breath move spaciously inside your body. And then I invite you to please notice the little spaces between the breaths. Where at the end of every exhale, there is a space. And at the end of every inhale, there is a space. And let yourself rest in these spaces between the natural breath. At the end of every inhale, how do you feel? It might be a feeling of fullness, of completeness. And at the end of every exhale, how do you feel? Might be a sense of emptiness or release. There's no wrong answer. How do you feel? What is your experience? What is this like? And then can you find a way to combine these two feelings, to hold them at once, the feeling at the end of the inhale and the feeling at the end of the exhale becomes one complete feeling. One complete feeling of fullness, of being and breathing. Breathing and being. And in this state of being and breathing, breathing and being, let's remember beautiful places where we have experienced great space around us. And so you might remember now a beautiful sunset, a beautiful, vast sky, the setting sun, an epic beach, the skyline on the horizon where the ocean meets the sky, a vast mountain range, a vast mountain range. A huge forest. A huge forest. The night sky with all its stars. And that infinite sky with all its stars, the starry night sky. And then one more place that is close to your heart that feels like spaciousness, like freedom, the open space of the heart. And you might realize that just like the feeling at the beginning and the end of the breath, the spaces between, that just like the mountain range or the vastness of the starry night, you too are this vastness. That you too are this spaciousness, this grandeur. You are spacious, unlimited, majestic. You are this vastness. Please become aware of the solid earth underneath you, the firmness of whatever it is you're lying on. Can you feel the firmness of the earth rise up to hold you in this place, this safe space of Yoga Nidra? And then please begin to deepen your breath. And be curious and open to the places where the breath is moving inside your body. Can you feel your breath in your legs, the hips, and the lower belly? And breathe deep down to the very core of your body to let the breath expand through your whole body. And then please know that this practice of Yoga Nidra is coming to an end. And yet there is no rush. We are in the perfect place. And this is the perfect time to practice your Yoga Nidra. And you are in the perfect body. And feel that breath deepen and move through your perfect body, bringing a sense of a reawakened awareness to the spaces inside your body, to the spaces outside your body, and to the solidity of the earth underneath your body right now. And then please reach your arms up overhead and bring the legs together and just give yourself a good old-fashioned stretch. This practice of Yoga Nidra is coming to a close. Give yourself a good old-fashioned stretch. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Take a deep breath into the open belly. And exhale. Push the lower back down into the floor. Inhale, draw one knee, then the other, up into the chest. Wrap your arms around the legs. Give yourself a proper hug. And let's pause there. Knees and chest. Let your lower back, mid back, upper back spread and open towards the floor. Breathe here, lying on your back, knees tucked into chest. And is there anything else that you need to let go? And just let it go now. And then please roll over to one side. And slowly push yourself up to sitting if you choose. You might choose to stay down. That's okay too. This is your time and your practice and your body. But if you are back with me, welcome back, welcome home. And I really wish you a wonderful weekend. And you'll see above us here, or maybe below, depending on how you're watching, there's a donation button in the links for Yogaground. And we are looking for donations for these classes if you're able to give. And so wishing you great health and great joy. And thank you so much. Hari Om Tat Sat. Namaste.